Hey, stop it. I'm not saying in a while. Stop messing my foot. Right. Hey, hold on. I'm about to record something real quick. Guys, on this one I got a little lazy. I didn't feel like creating the fraction, so hopefully you recognize that when I put the /3 I was dividing by 3. So then of course to start getting x by itself you want to multiply both sides by 3 and then you end up with 3x. Sound back on because it says it gives you a function and then it says solve f to the negative 1 of 7. Now, one way you could do this is you could find out what exactly is the inverse function, and then you can plug in x, 7 for x. So I'm going to do that over here. So now that I found the inverse, I can plug in 7 for x because that's what it means to do f to the negative 1 of 7. So then this will be 35 minus 3, which equals 32. So our answer is C. Now that's one way that you can do it. Another way that, to be honest, I do think it could be a lot easier. Remember, if this is the inverse, that means that we have switched the coordinates of the original function. So this whole thing right here represents f of x. And remember, f of x is another way to represent y. So this right here is your x. This whole thing represents y. Okay? But on your inverse, this is your x on your inverse, and this is going to equal y on your inverse. And since we're switching them, if this is x on your inverse, then it's technically y on your original function. So another way that you could have done this is you could have set it equal to 7, set this whole thing equal to 7, and then solved for x, okay? Because since this is x again, since this is x on the inverse function, it technically is going to be what the y should equal. All right. So when I go ahead and solve this out, this is going to be 7 times 5, which is 35, equals x plus 3. Subtract 3 from both sides, and you still get 32. Either way, you still get the same answer, but I did want to show you guys another way to do this. All right. So hopefully you did well on the practice. Please make sure that you do your homework, work on your homework, and if you have any questions that you guys make sure you come and see me. All right.